What's up, people of the world? It's your girl Lala,
And your boy Siobhan.
and you are listening to
Talk that shit.
With the Melvin.
Hey, we out here, baby.
Ja. I'm tired, low key.
You
I
tired?
just got tired.
All right, so we gonna make this a quick one then.
It don't necessarily have to be quick. I'm just saying, I already have my shower and everything. So
how are you? And be honest.
here you go with that retarded voice.
That's why I did it.
Can't fucking
Let me
stand
get
it.
comfortable. Put my belly in. There we go. Ugh. Go ahead, girl.
What? You asked me how I am. I'm good.
Yeah.
My anxiety's been all over the place a little bit, but
Yeah.
other than that,
That's because you are Dionne Warwick. You don't know who Dionne Warwick is?
I know who that is, but I don't understand.
Okay, I'm sorry. You're Miss Cleo.
Miss Cleo was a fake.
Free tarot readings.
She was fake.
She was?
Really?
We still have a house here, okay? We still got kids.
Yeah.
But what you mean she was fake?
I heard she
Miss-
was.
Miss
Remember, like some years after all her commercials, her infomercials and shit, late night, they were like she was like arrested or some shit, bro. That'll be something we look up. I don't know how true it was. I was like,
I know, but I know she
I
was
was
having
like,
people
okay.
like walking, like they would grow their left leg if it was cut off.
I don't know about all that nonsense.
She
but,
did free psychic
but what does she got? What do she have to do with me?
because you're a psychic.
I am not a psychic.
Yes, you are. You be having these dreams and you be like, you wake up out your sleep, you be like, and I'll be like, what's wrong? You be like,
Emotional damage.
my dream
That's what my dreams cause me. Emotional damage.
just showed me the future. I'll be like, what happened in the future? And then you go like, in the room. turns
Anyway,
black.
on a more exciting note,
Yes.
okay, I have been weight training for 2.5 months now.
First of all, you haven't been weight training.
Is it 2.5?
Yes, it's been that long, but you haven't been weight training. She's been acting like she's about to be in a prize fight against Rocky Balboa. You be in there like,
You gotta grow up.
It's kicking our ass.
First of all, I am very, very proud of myself because I have been consistent. Okay, I do 5 days. Yes,
5 days.
5
yes.
days.
Rest 2.
Well, yeah, 5 days out the week.
You need those 2
Yeah,
because your body be like,
I take 2 because rest is equally as important as the work.
yes.
So I take 2, days. I took an extra day last week, but that was for mental reasons because I had a dream that really fucked my mental up.
Right.
And mentally, I wasn't there to work out, and I knew that I couldn't do
But
what
that-
needed to be done.
But
So
that actually ended up being your 2 rest days though.
no, it was 3. I had 2 before that. I had 2 because my body was so sore, and then that third day was my mental day.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, mental health is very important.
Right, which is like it wasn't a big deal to me. It is what it is. I got back to it the day after, so it doesn't
Right.
matter. But anyway, so yeah, I'm super proud of myself. He's also been working out with me. That's super fun too.
Right. She
I
just
actually
like
really enjoy weight training,
Yes.
weightlifting.
I
We
know
need
this.
more. We need more weights.
Wait,
and
I know
stuff,
this is
I'll
off the
let you
record
know.
though, but I don't know if when I hugged you last night and I like my hand like grazed your booty and I was like, damn.
First of all, don't say it's off the record.
I was like, damn. I was like, whoa. Oh yeah. That's what I wanted to say. Oh yeah. Her booty. Look, listen. You know the Georgia Peach sign for Georgia?
Mm-hmm.
That's how your butt felt and looked.
Bro, I'm starting now. I'm like you have been like telling me like, oh, your body's changing. Now I can physically see
The change?
the change, like the definition coming into my body, and my God, it just makes me so excited because all I've ever wanted was like
My 2 front teeth?
bomb banging ass muscles in my thighs and abs. That's it.
I'm scared of that.
And that's like what I'm getting. Like those are the 2 areas that I see the most progress is like my legs and abs.
I just want my titties to go.
You know what? I'm through.
I just want them titties to go.
I'm through. But how are you?
I'm good. Shit. Feel like I'm on death row or some shit, man. But I'm good. You know what? Every day's a learning experience. Keep on moving. Excited for a few things that's happening with Ellie Heartbreak. I just want to throw that plug out there. Stepping everything up.
Oh yeah.
When I say stepping it up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I don't think y'all ready for this.
I don't think you're ready.
For this jelly. Yeah, so you know what I mean. We just been working behind the scenes for Ellie Heartbreak, so it's still out. You know what I mean. We still doing the thing, but guess what? When it comes back, you gonna be like, God damn! Now I know why you took the break. So,
well, it wasn't necessarily.
It was supply and demand.
Fucking COVID.
They stole all the shirts and made them.
That's okay. We found something better.
Yeah. So if you guys out there and you ever ordered a shirt, when y'all get these shirts, you're gonna be like, God damn, is this Egyptian?
And if you're not, that's fine too.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. So what's up? Tonight is your
Yeah, tonight is my topic. Okay.
Yes.
So let me play it out for you. Okay. So everybody's seen what happened last night at the awards show, right?
Right. We should have had a little clip.
We don't need a clip. We've seen it. Okay. If you didn't see it, I'm sure if you Googled it or if you went on Instagram, if you don't live under a rock, you know what I'm talking about. So Mr. Will Smith defended his wife's honor.
Yes.
By smacking the shit out of Chris Rock because he made a joke about her being the next G.I. Jane. I personally feel like he did what he felt was necessary to defend his wife.
Right.
Now, because I do follow Jada Pinkett Smith more so than I follow Will Smith. I follow her because she's more of a spiritual inspiration to me. Mm-hmm. Knowing that she's been battling the alopecia and then him making that comment, because it's not like she shaved her head because she's like, oh my God, it's the newest trend.
Right.
She shaved her head because she's been having the issue with alopecia.
Yes.
So for me, whether Chris Rock knew that or not, it's just a matter of like, I don't know. I feel like everybody knows that she has that battle. So it's kind of like,
because one minute you not like,
I just don't.
She got hair, and the next minute you like, oh, she's bald. Because you're gonna be like, oh, well, why did she go bald? Then you see the stories. He's seen a couple episodes of Red Table Talk.
But even if he hasn't, she's done, these small interviews where she's speaking on it, and so I think it's fair enough to say that pretty much everybody knows why she shaved her hair.
Right.
Or her head or whatever you want to call it. So, in regards to that situation last night, social media blew up. Everybody had their opinions and whatnot. And someone that we know that is also from Philly said that Will Smith was never a tough guy. Mm-hmm. And so for me, it was like, well, how you know? Naturally, that's like my first, well, how you know? Mm-hmm. And, this person stated that they grew up down the street from him. Okay. So here's where I have an issue. Well, first, here's the topic. Why do people feel like people don't change? So
that's.
Do you want to go first? You go first.
No, hell no.
Like you go first.
I got a lot to say.
So for me, it's like, okay, y'all grew up down the street from each other, but you didn't know him. Y'all grew up down the street from one another, but was y'all teenagers? Right. Y'all grew up down the street from one another, but have you been in his life since? Like, how do you like make? How do you say the things that you say, like, oh, he was never a tough guy, but you don't know him now? Right. You didn't know him 10 years ago, and you didn't know him 2 weeks ago. So how do you say he was never a tough guy and insinuate that even now he's not a tough guy? Because the statement was he was never a tough guy. Would he have smacked Wesley Snipes?
Well, first of all, I don't think there's half of the people in the world that would smack Wesley Snipes.
No, but first of all, anybody can get smacked. Right. Anybody. right? It's up to the person who's doing the smacking to decide if they want to smack that person. And in that moment, Will Smith felt like, I'm gonna smack the shit out of you because you're mad disrespectful, period. Right? We don't know if he would have did that to somebody else, but we also can't sit here and say that he wouldn't because he didn't used to be a certain type of person.
Right.
You don't necessarily know that in whatever situation, had he been 15 or now 53 years old, what he would do, what he would have done. Mm-hmm. So it's like, for me, it's just like, you knew him from around the way and felt like, oh, he wasn't a tough guy, but you don't know him now. So why do you feel like he didn't change? Why do you feel like he couldn't have changed over the years and became a person who learned to defend himself, or a person who learned to stick up for himself? You know what I mean? Now, like, how do you just assume, oh, he's not a tough guy?
My only problem with that is the fact that just because you're a tough guy does not mean that you know how to fight.
Period.
That's my thing. Tough guys get their ass kicked too.
That's facts.
And if you want to jump on the other side of a tough guy is actually an older version of a bully, because they walk around trying to prove themselves that they're a tough guy.
Right.
Like, I'll beat you the fuck up.
Right.
We're talking about basketball.
Right.
Well, I'll knock you the fuck out for not know. You're a bully, bro. You trying to bully somebody that you think that you can beat up, and then when you get your ass whooped, then it's a problem. So that's my first mistake. I mean, that's my first problem. My second problem is the fact that I feel like human nature doesn't allow people to be able to change. It's like, if you're a square when
I think that's probably the smartest thing you ever said. And I mean no disrespect behind that, bro. None.
That's why I'm the co-host, motherfucker. No. But I'm serious. They don't allow you to change because they feel as though you're gonna always be that person. If I was that dirty young boy around the way.
Oh, Philly just came out. I love it. It's so random when it happens, but I love when I get to hear you're Philly.
Yeah, but then that means when I grow up and I'm in a professional setting, then I'm still that dirty young bull. And it's like, no, like, I changed. That's who I was. If I was a player back in the day, and then you know what I mean, some things happened to me, and it actually made me be like, yo, I ain't got time for that shit no more. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But human nature doesn't allow people to change. And then it kind of brings you back to be like, I'm going to keep labeling you as this person. You rob banks, you sold drugs, you do these things. This is who you are as a person. So when you doing positive things and it comes back, they're like, well, you know, he used to sell drugs. And it's like, that motherfucker, I was 18 years old. Like, bro, my kids was hungry.
What do you think it is why us as humans, we don't allow the next person to change? And when I say we don't allow the next person to change, I mean in the sense of, like, we almost put each other in boxes and say, this is who you are, this is who you've been, this is who you'll always be. There's never any room for change. And it's crazy because I'm gonna keep it a buck. I've always been a person that was like, people never really change. And I still kind of believe that.
Right.
I still kind of believe, like, people don't actually change. They just find different ways to do the things that they're doing.
Oh, I might have to disagree with that.
That's fine. That's fine.
I think that it's our self-conscious that actually put up a defense mechanism to be like, that person isn't going to change. And try to pick certain things to be like, oh, see, you didn't change. It's like, I stole the popcorn from your bag. Yeah, you're a thief. It's like, what are you talking about? You know what I mean? And it's
so
like,
in other words, you're saying we as people, we just we nitpick at things to contain people, to keep people in those boxes that we've created for them.
Yeah, that, and we also nitpick because we want to feel good that we made the right decision.
Oh, so in other words, we want to be right.
We want to be right. We don't ever want to be wrong about a situation. We don't want to be like, that motherfucker is a no good man, and then he end up being a great man. And you like, damn, I was wrong. Cause you hungry or you sleepy?
I told you guys I was tired.
Shit, that was like a lion.
Oh, shut your mouth, boy.
But yeah, we a lot of humans, us as humans, we don't want to be wrong. We want to.
I don't mind being wrong.
Well, you're not a human. I told you, you're Mrs. Cleo.
I'm not. Stop saying that.
No, but I'm just saying, like, it's always like, fuck, I don't want to be wrong about that person. And then it's like, it's kind of a pride thing. Like, I don't want to admit that I'm wrong. So I try to find out different ways to spin the situation about why I felt that way. Like, well, I felt that way because that's what you did to me for 10 years. And it's like, okay, do I have to?
But you know what? I feel like those feelings are valid. Like, oh, you were so mean to me.
Mm-hmm.
You're just mean, just ill for just forever to me. Like, why? You know, I don't even think that it's that I don't think that you can change. I think it's more along the lines of I'm having a hard time believing that you've changed because you were a dick for so long.
Yeah.
Or you cheated on me so many times. I'm having such a hard time believing, not even necessarily cheated, but made me feel a type of way, made me uncomfortable in our relationship or whatever the case may have been for so many times, or even if it was just 2 times.
Mm-hmm.
You know, maybe those 2 times just cut me so deep. Really?
You heard that car?
Yeah. Maybe
Batmobile.
those 2 times just cut me so deep that it's just like, damn, do I actually believe that you can be a stand-up person? I don't necessarily even think that it's that we don't believe that people can change. I think it's that it's just hard for us to believe / accept that people can and have changed or will change.
You're right about that, but you got to think how many times that you actually believe somebody that they changed and then they fuck around and did the
see, and that's the thing, and that's why I say I don't actually believe that people fully change or people change. I just, for whatever, I
think it's based on the situation, honestly.
I think it's, yeah, and person to person.
Yeah, I think it's based on the person. But you know what? I think that it's more on the person wants to change. You can't just like go through life and be like, I'm changing because I'm getting older. No, I feel like you have to put in work to change the demographic of what you have actually done.
Okay, so let's put it in the context of Will Smith and last night's situation, right?
Right.
Oh, he wasn't a tough guy when growing up. What would be the situations in which he would have to perform as the tough guy? He would have to be put into situations of defending himself to change, want to change that?
But that's how people see it. That only what he did last night, I don't think it was a tough guy move. I think it was more of him, like he said in his speech, that he is being tested to protect his family. And just last night, he did it in the way that he think. I fucking feel like he shouldn't have apologized for anybody or anything. You know what I mean? Because it just showed that you can't get away with everything. Everybody expect that you're supposed to laugh it off and be the better person. No, fuck that.
Okay, but you didn't answer my question.
No. Okay, cool. So for him to be labeled as a tough guy, does he have to beat up a few other people to be like, oh?
No. What I'm saying is, because you were saying that people have to want to change. And I said, I think I said, well, what would be, you said something after that. I think you were saying something in the sense of like,
oh, you said what would make him change to be labeled as a tough guy?
That's not what I said. Just hold on a second. Stop cutting me off. What you said was people would So you said something along the lines of like people would want to, or they would have to want to change.
Right.
But then you also said something about them being in situations to change. And that's how I said, so let's put it in the context of Will Smith and this person that we know saying that he wasn't a tough guy growing up. What would have to make him want to change that? Being in those situations? Being in tough guy situations? Being in situations where he needed to defend? But why?
No. I'm not agreeing with that, but it's like, that's what people would think. Like, yes, he has to be a few more altercations for him to be like, I ain't fucking with him because he a tough guy. You know what I mean? You know, because everybody looks at Will Smith as being like laugh jokes. You know what I mean? Showing that he had mental health problems and everything. They look at him as a joke. They look at him as corny. Everybody feels as though Will Smith is corny. Like people from Philly was saying, yesterday, I can't say that Will Smith is corny anymore.
But what made him? I don't know. I guess
what made him corny.
That's a conversation for another.
No.
No, that's a conversation for another time. That's not.
No, that goes in with somebody being labeled as this and next that. You know what I mean? Like he came out as people would say, a corny rapper. He didn't curse. He didn't do these certain things. But then 10 years later, he drops another album and he curses in it. Everybody's like, you ain't no cursor. So they still basing him on how he was when he first came out, which is why somebody would say, like, he's not a tough guy. You make raps about Miami. You said get jiggy with it. Like, you ain't even no real rapper. But it's like, oh, he can't change? Eminem can't make good music that not talking about nobody? Like, you gonna look at him crazy?
They would look at him crazy if he starts singing like Ja Rule.
But what if it's hot?
Stop. That's beside the point, like I said.
Yeah, but I mean, it's all about labeling somebody's actions on who they were when they were younger. You know what I mean? It's kind of like people are stamped with, you're a liar, boom, okay. You're a cheater, boom, okay, cool. You're an asshole, boom, boom. And it's like,
so when do you think that those labels should no longer be placed on that person? Like, if you have a history of X, Y, and Z, right? And then you claim to have changed, right? Let's say I do see changed behavior.
Right.
That don't necessarily mean that you've changed. Right? Like, just because you haven't cheated in 6 years doesn't mean that you won't cheat again. How do I make that judgment? Just because you tell me that you haven't lied to me doesn't mean that you haven't lied to me. Like, if I asked you right now, when's the last time you lied to me? Just as me saying that, right? Like, I already know because I caught you in your lie. You just didn't know I caught you in your lie. And I'm not saying this is actually happening.
Yeah, but what if they say, oh, last time I lied to you was last week, and it's the same lie that you remembered?
Okay, that's one thing. But what if you don't? What if you say, oh, I haven't, but I know that you lied because I caught you in your lie. You just don't know that I caught you in your lie. So the next time we go to have an argument, and I say, you're nothing but a liar. And then you say, I haven't lied to you in 6 months. And I say, nigga, you lied last week. Then what?
He's a liar.
But then he says, but I didn't lie to you before that.
That doesn't matter.
But it does to some people, because some people take that as, I was changing. I'm doing the work. I'm not perfect.
Nah, fuck that.
But a lie is a choice, right?
Speaking from experience. That shit doesn't make any sense. That is a cop out.
I was good for 3 months thing.
Right. I closed the door and turned the lights off for 6 weeks. What do you expect for me to do? I've been working on it.
That shit used to be so
No, motherfucker, you don't give a fuck. Like, I can't be like, I'm no longer this type of asshole or this type of person to my girlfriend, and then 4 years later I cheat on her. I'm still a cheater.
Yeah, so
I cheated.
So at what point do Are
you
people
get that
at
thing
what,
off your tongue.
Oh no, I got it. At what point are people supposed to be like, yeah, he's changed? Like how is there like a time? Like how do we like
I don't think there's a time. I think there's more of a feeling. I think you know when somebody's genuinely trying to change.
do you?
I think so.
I think it's just depending on the person / situation, like you said.
No, yeah, but it's still like when somebody's changing, from my point of view, it's not them changing for the people around them. They're changing because of themselves, and everything is gonna fall in place. So apparently you didn't get it.
I thought I got it.
So it's like, what's causing me to lie? Well, I lie because I want myself to look better to other folks, or I lie so I won't hurt other people's feelings. But then it's like, who am I really lying to? At the end of the day, I'm lying to myself to make other people feel better about me. So when you change from being a liar, you're like, I'm not lying no more because I don't want to make myself feel a certain type of way. And in that midst of that happening, I won't lie to you anymore. I won't lie to you no more. You no more, and you no more.
So then it brings me to my next question. Who are we as people to tell someone that they haven't changed? If they feel like they've changed, right? Like, let's say they're doing the work for themselves.
Right.
Let's say that they feel like they've been putting in the work.
Right.
Who are we to tell someone you haven't changed if they feel like they have?
I mean, we don't have the right. We don't. That's just
we don't, but we kind of do, because if what that person, if their actions
right
are causing me some type of harm, whether it be mentally, mentally, physically, or emotionally.
You just used a John.
Shut your ass up. If it's causing me harm in any type of way or bringing me any type of discomfort, I feel like I have every right to tell you what you are and aren't. No,
that's true. That's true, but that's only your opinion, though.
It's the only opinion that matters if it's me that's having the harm done to them, right?
Right. But
so you telling me, oh, I've changed, don't mean shit to me, because at the end of the day, the effect was on me.
Well, hold on. I don't think when people see it's very hard, because when people say I've changed, it comes off as like you ain't really changed. I feel like the change happens when you're not publicizing it.
Facts. You know how they say, like, somebody that's real don't have to say they real all the time?
Yeah, nigga, I'm real about mine. Like, no, you're fake. But when somebody's actually doing the work, they don't keep reminding, like, hey, I did this. Hey, I did. They just do it.
Right.
Because it's not an impressive thing that they're trying to do. They're actually doing the work. Like, I work out every day. I'm not telling you that I'm working out. Like, hey, I just was at the gym. I was at the gym. And it's like, okay, you still the fuck fat. But when you see, no, I'm not saying, but when you see somebody actually putting in the work internally, mentally, you know what I mean? You be like, God damn, like, you been at the gym? Yeah, I've been at the gym.
It just looked like you was about to fart.
Oh, because I was doing that? Nah. But yeah, so
my back hurts.
You know how I'll rub it tonight. You know how when they say you don't realize that your body is changing, somebody else sees it? Right. And they're like, God, Jesus. Like you, after like your first month and a half, it was like, wow, John was crazy. And I was like, hey, you gotta stop. Look at your thighs. Look at your calves. And you're like, I don't see it. But I'm like, yo, I know you don't see it, but I see this shit. And then one day you saw it, and you was like, ooh, this is what you've been seeing? This is what I've been seeing.
Sorry, my back is killing me.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's not... The thing is, humans think they have fucking authority for everything. They do. They think humans think, look, listen, I can tell you about yourself. No, the fuck you can't. I could tell you what you gonna do. No, the fuck you can't. I could tell you what you gonna do this week. No, you fucking can't. You don't have no authority over none of me or me, nobody. Because guess what? My birth certificate only says one name.
Okay, sometimes I think that you was born like in the 20s or some shit, bro.
What you mean?
You such like a grandpa when you talk.
Teeth be hurting.
No, my birth certificate only says one name.
What I was trying to say was,
I know what you were trying to say. I know what you were saying. It's just that.
Oh, I gotta say it in the slang type of way.
No, you just old. Like this morning when you walked the boys to school with your coffee.
You know what's funny though? I looked down. I had the white socks and the Crocs.
I was like, he looked like somebody's
man
grandpa. I'm sorry. You be talking like somebody's grandpa too. It's just funny. It's not nothing bad. It's just so funny. Like sometimes the things that you say they just make me laugh so hard.
So that's what's life about, laughing.
Life is about laughing.
So I'm glad that I make your ass laugh. Y'all just listen to.
Stop.
Fuck this up. Fuck this shit. I need a new thing.
But yeah.
Let me forget what the fuck I was saying.
No, you were just saying how us as humans, we swear that we have authority over each other. The things that we do, things that we say, our actions and our thoughts even, because it's like I don't know. For me last night, like when you read that status on Facebook, like I said, my first initial thing was like, but how you know who the fuck he was? Like, because y'all grew up down the street from each other? Like, what? Like, nigga, if you wasn't hanging with me like every single day, like how the fuck do you know what I was about and what I wasn't?
Yeah, you don't know what I was doing.
Like, you don't know. You don't know my everyday. Like, you don't know what I was going through then, even if I was even going through anything, why I chose to be the way that I was. Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like for somebody to say, oh, he was never a tough guy. Bitch. What? Right. Like, what? What do you mean? He nobody said he was trying to be tough. It wasn't about him being tough. It was the simple fact that his wife, who has a
form of cancer, right?
No, I don't think it's a form of cancer. It's just a disease.
It's still something that's
she has an
detrimental to.
She has an illness, and we and it's crazy because even Charlamagne was saying like, we don't know.
What else?
He was like, we don't live with them.
Right.
He was saying, and so we don't know what this does to her everyday being. Like, we don't know how she, functions with this, and like I said, we've seen interviews and even on her Red Table Talk where she's talked about it. And you could tell it's definitely something emotional. I don't think it's because she's attached to her hair. I think it's just the simple fact of like, that's probably extremely difficult to deal with. Like, you're losing your hair and there's nothing you can do about it.
But that's with the authority over other people. Cause he said, oh, it was a good one. It wasn't that bad. He did. Cause it was like,
when he said it and she kind of looked back and she was kind of like, whoa, she did like that. And that's when it was a little good one.
Yeah, no,
but who are you to tell her it was a good one?
But that's the authority. Like, I tell jokes,
right?
And I'm gonna crack a joke on you, and it's like, no, the fuck you don't.
And the thing is that although no one is exempt from those types of things, my thing is still when he's seen, like I told you, when he's seen her face. And he's seen like, oh, okay, maybe it made her a little uncomfortable, or maybe she didn't like that so much. She could have been like, you know what, Jada, I apologize. It probably would have ended there. Will probably might not have even gotten up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But the fact that he tried to laugh it off and he. Okay, but you don't know what my wife goes through.
Right.
And all the jokes that I'm sure that they've been getting since the whole entanglement thing, that probably adds to it. Like, they're probably tired of people's fucking jokes.
Right.
So he defended his wife. He did what was necessary. In my eyes, I feel like he did what he felt was necessary in that moment. And in that moment, he felt like he needed to defend his wife. And he did that.
But isn't that what it's about when you in a marriage?
We're not talking about that.
No, I'm saying
we're not talking about
No, we are, because that's back to the me being a tough guy. So that means that I have to be a tough guy to defend somebody I love.
Well, see, I think too, if you say it like that, when you don't think on that type of level, like when your partner is just your partner and your partner isn't any more than that to you, naturally you're not going to think like that. You know, a lot of people be like, oh, you was looking at my girl. And God gave me eyes to see, bitch. If he wanted me to be blind, I would. So what the fuck is your problem?
Right.
I'm not supposed to look at everything around me? Oh, you don't want me to, so I'm not supposed to. You feel me? So it's like, I don't know. I just, a lot of guys think that, oh, okay, well, I'm going to step this in because he looking at my girl. That makes you what?
Mad.
He defended his wife who's sick. He didn't defend somebody saying, oh, your wife looks so fucking good tonight. He didn't, it wasn't that type of shit. That in my mind would be like, okay, nigga, you trying to be tough. You trying to show everybody that you got the bigger balls in the room. That's what you trying to show everybody.
Right, because if
that wasn't that instance,
I would be always locked up.
Oh my God. But anyway, that wasn't
Where you
wasn't
get your
the
girl
case.
from?
So to me, that post was so like backwards, because what did y'all growing up and who he was when y'all were kids have to do with the man that he is right now today?
Right.
Like what, like 40 years ago.
It's a long time.
Like 40 years ago, what does that have to do
with it's kind of like
now?
when this is weird. It's kind of like when the girl that had a whole bunch of boyfriends or were sleeping around, she ended up with a husband, and they be like, you know, you just married a hoe, right? And it's like, I was young and I was just
she was sleeping around. So fucking what? What does that mean? That means she don't want to ever settle down. That means that she never wanted to have a family. That means that she never wanted one man. No, nigga, that means that she was having the time of her fucking life. That's what that means. Now, if it was a nigga, it'd be a whole other story. But that's another conversation for another day.
That's what I'm talking about right there, nigga. You got the ball.
Yeah.
Got the draws. What's the GTD? I don't know what it is, Tommy. What is the GTD? I don't know what that means. Tommy, what does GTD mean? Got the draws, dog. Got the draws.
You're an idiot.
He got the draws. But yeah, it's
Yeah, I just don't think that it was. I don't think it was right. That wasn't the right comment. That wasn't the right comment, and
I feel like all the comments that have been coming out aren't the right comments.
Yeah, I just people. I don't know. I mean, we have our opinions, right? And there's people that are gonna be like, yeah, well, your opinions aren't right either. Okay, so fucking what, bitch? Nobody's like, shut the fuck up.
Right.
The point is, everybody is looking at it from a standpoint of, oh my God, it was the Oscars. He shouldn't have did that. Said who?
Somebody said it.
Because here's the thing. Hold on. Because here's the thing, bitch. Okay. I'm going to wait till after the show to be mad. No, bitch, I'm going to be mad in this moment. And I'm going to do what the fuck I need to do in the moment right now. Because I live for right now, not in the future. In the future, I might not be mad enough to go smack his ass. So I'm going to smack his ass the fuck right now.
Right. I saw two posts. One post I thought was funny as fuck. It's not funny, but it's pretty brutal. Somebody said Chris Rock wouldn't have done that to Alec Baldwin's wife. And they had a picture of Alec Baldwin like this. Because, he shot the person on the set. And I was like, what does that have to do?
He wouldn't have did that to Alec Baldwin's wife. What does that have to do with anything?
Right. And I'm like, that's stupid. And then somebody said that he should have been kicked out because it set up black people back 100 years. I was like,
Oh, because we've been winning. Shut the fuck up. Get the fuck out of here. 1 minute black people can't get ahead in life. Now it's setting us back 100 years. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. God, shut up. Shut up. I am so shut up. Like you just don't comment on nothing else. Fuck. Nothing. Like just don't.
Yeah, so I just been like, this is ridiculous.
I'm just like, oh, he was always a tough guy. What? So if he didn't do anything, then everybody would have been like, oh, he a bitch.
Yeah, he a bitch.
Because, like I said, they showed Jada's face when he made the comment or when he made the joke. They showed her. And you seen how disappointed. They seen how you can see in her face she did not like what was said. So.
Oh, hold up. They knew he was going to say a joke about them.
Why you say that?
Why would the camera be there so fast? Normally, when you out the blue, you talking about somebody, you gotta find that person. Like, oh shit, Jada Pinkett. Okay, cool. But if the camera was already there,
they probably did know. Which is, I don't know. They probably
no. The people that did the cameras knew that Chris Rock was going to tell a joke about her.
They probably did.
That's fucked up.
He probably rehearsed that shit. They probably was there for that shit. And nobody stopped him to say, wait a minute, that might not be okay because she does have an actual hair disease, brother.
Yeah.
But it's okay, right? Like,
let me ask you a question. I know we're going off topic. But if Kevin Hart.
Can't wait to get my nails done.
If Kevin Hart was up there, you think he would have did the same thing?
Yes. I don't think it mattered who it was.
No. You think he would have joked like that?
The fuck was that? Oh, my phone. How did I just hear that like that?
It's your boot thing because it vibrated.
Would Chris, what's his name? Would Kevin Hart have said the same thing?
I don't think Kevin Hart would have joked like that.
I don't know. I mean, but I think he knows them enough not to play like that.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. I just feel like I feel like everybody knows that she has this problem, this sickness. And so for me, it was just like I said, even if he had made the joke and seen the disappointment in her face and said, ooh, you know what, Jade, I apologize. I am 100% sorry. Won't happen again. Things might have went differently.
Yeah.
But it's the fact that you said it, saw her face, and then tried to like.
It's a good one. My fault. It was a
good
one.
Like you
know.
It
wasn't a good one.
And then for people to say, oh, he shouldn't have did that, or oh, he wasn't always tough, so oh, he trying to be macho now. It's like, shut the fuck up.
What was that?
Trying to be macho. Like, no.
So, I mean, this
I just don't think it's fair that people get to place other people in a box of will change or won't change. We've been having this conversation all day.
Yes,
actually, not this particular conversation all day,
but it's about
but something along the lines of.
That's why I said
change. And he feels like I've put him in a category of never gonna change. It's always going to be this way. But
no,
that's what you said. Hold on, let me finish.
No. Let's not go there.
Let me finish.
Let's not go there.
Let me finish.
I'm about to Johnny Cochran your ass.
But let me finish.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so he's always like, it's never going to change. It's always going to be this way. You're always going to feel this way. But I feel like it's not that I'm always going to feel this way, because the goal isn't to always feel this way. But if we're having a conversation about something you did or didn't do, for that matter, and you say, but I've been doing and I have to say, but wait a minute, hold up, rewind that shit, bring it back 10 times, brother.
No, it's not.
Bring it back 10 times. That's real recent. That's real recent. Hold on. In my heart, that shit's recent.
Yeah, I get it.
In my mind, that shit's recent. Yeah. So you can't tell me that it's never going to change. It's not that it's never going to change. I still need time.
I'm not saying you don't need time. What I'm trying to say is the fact that, I mean, without saying too much, is the fact of like, shit, I don't know nothing to say.
Because you can't.
I don't, because like I said, I fully understand being put in a box because of what you've done. But I also understand that
there are people that will keep you in that box.
Right.
If you allow them to. But also, there are people that understand that it also, not only is it going to take time for them to heal and accept your change, it's going to take time for you to change.
Right. Yeah.
Nobody is expecting you to be perfect or to change right away or to flip-flop and be this brand new ass person. Nobody's expecting that.
But my biggest thing is like, you've always done level 3 things, right? Mm-hmm. Level 3. But then a level 5 happened, and you like, I never did no level 5, but you like, nigga, you did level 3. You was 2 levels away from it. It's like, come on. Like I didn't do it back then. I didn't want to do it back then. I had no urges to do it back then. So why would you think I do it right now?
But if the nature of whatever it is that you're doing is the same cycle of the history that you've been repeating, it doesn't matter what level that shit was on. It reminds me, and it's in the same category of.
I get you, but it's like if I smoke crack.
What the fuck?
No. If I smoke marijuana, right?
Marijuana.
For years. Mm-hmm. And then you find crack in my bag, and you're like, what the fuck is this? And I'm like,
I'll be like, you upgraded,
no. I'm gonna be like, I'm no, like somebody must have threw this shit in my bag, because I don't do crack. I don't do that shit, but you like,
I'm gonna be like,
but you smoke
sure?
marijuana.
I'm gonna be like, you sure?
I'm like, no, this is not mine. Like somebody probably thought that this was their bag and put this shit in there, and you like, but you smoke marijuana, and it's like, I never fucking smoke crack. Like, I don't do crack. Like, come on now. Like,
I mean, but is it fair for them to question it?
No, it's not. It's not. I mean, it's fair.
It's fair to question. Yeah, but I'm not saying.
But you still be like, nigga, you was gonna do crack after somebody already explained to you, like, yo, that's not what I do. Like, I don't even smoke marijuana anymore. Like, I'm trying to, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just trying to do better for my life and my family and all these other things. But you talking about something? Did I smoke crack?
But but listen, weed is a gateway drug, right?
Shit, I don't know. I don't smoke weed.
I didn't know.
No, go ahead.
But it's
what the fuck is a gateway drug?
It's like it opens the door.
For what? So you saying
to do other things?
Nah, I don't.
That's what they used to say in Dare. For some people, it opens the doors for them to try other things. That's so like first is like cigarettes. Then you move like from cigarettes, you go to weed. Then from like weed, you go to like.
What's after weed?
I don't know. I don't do drugs. I don't do any drugs, so I don't fucking know. I don't know what's worse, crack, heroin, meth. I don't know. Whatever. It just gives you. It opens the doorway to say, or the gateway to say, "Hey, come in and try me." That's what that.
Really?
Is. Yeah.
I always thought like weed was like its own entity, and then all meth, crack, heroin was like.
No, because they say like there's people who smoke so much weed
they don't
get high anymore, so they move to the next thing, which is why it's a gateway drug. It opens the door to other things.
But crack?
No, listen, I don't fucking know. I'm just saying. But you made me forget what I was saying. Thank you.
Oh, we talking about level 3 and level 5 and shit.
Yeah, but I don't know what I was saying. Why we were referencing weed.
I was referencing weed.
Oh, what I'm saying. Okay, I don't think this is what I was actually saying, but weed definitely is in the same, not in the same realm of, but it is still a drug. So I have every right to question.
Yeah, to put it like that,
and
yes.
to side eye you and say, could you have been? Not necessarily saying that you are, or that you did, or that you were, or that you would, but you feel me? That's all I'm saying.
You full of shit.
I'm not full
But I
of
agree.
shit.
I get you.
I'm not full of shit at all. I'm just saying that,
you.
People are, there are people that want to change. There are people that do change because they want to change genuinely for themselves, right? But there's still people that are going to put them in a box of who you were or who you once were, or who they thought you were.
So is there a time frame on how long you're going to be in that box?
Fuck them. That's the time frame.
What?
Fuck them. Because how is anybody going to tell you? This is what I was saying. How is anybody going to tell you if you have or haven't changed? But then again, I can tell you how you've changed or when you've changed because I'm the one affected by it. But that's why I was saying the two. Like,
okay.
How do you tell somebody when they've changed? Because at the same time, then you got to say, okay, but I can't be focused on if you feel like I've changed or not. I'm doing this because I want to change. And eventually,
it'll
either
change.
will or you won't. You'll see the change or you won't. But at the end of the day, it still is going to be left up to you. It's a decision that you have to make as that opposite person of if you believe, if you feel that I've changed.
I like that.
Or if you don't.
I like that. I fucks with that.
It was that incident last night mixed with that comment is what brought on the conversation of change, because it was just like, damn, y'all just literally put this man in a box of when he was like 2, when he was like 12, when he was like 15. Like, how do you know who he is from then to now? You don't know. You don't know what he's been through. You don't know what his life has done to him or hasn't done to him. Like, they talk about a lot of stuff, but I'm sure it's a lot of shit we don't know about them.
Right.
They've been very open, and people have turned that against them. They use it as a weapon,
right?
But
and it's crazy because people are like, well, why people are so secretive? And it's like, this is why, because
this is exactly
everybody has a commentary on,
and it's not even. I don't even think it's about like, oh, your feelings. I mean, my feelings are hurt because your comments. I think it's just like, shut the fuck up.
Yes,
shut up, bitch, because the fact that you have all this time in the world to worry about what the fuck I have going on shows that you don't have shit going on.
Right.
And that's pretty fucking pathetic.
That's true.
So how about this, bitch? I'm going to give you your time, okay? Mm-hmm. I'm going to bless you like God did. I'm going to give you your time. The fuck was that?
I was smacking.
I'm going to give you your time, and I'm going to keep my life out of your life.
Right.
Because if I don't, then how are you ever going to accomplish anything? Because you're so worried about what's going on around you, what I'm doing, not doing, if I've changed, not. Why the fuck does it matter to you? Why does it matter?
What if it affects them?
If it affects you in a bad way, you need to make a decision. This is what I was saying. If you're not happy with the change that you feel someone is making, you need to make a decision. If that change doesn't work for you, you need to make a decision. Do you believe in them or do you not? Period.
Right.
And if you don't, then don't waste their time and don't waste your own time. It's time for you to move on. And I don't even necessarily mean in a situation of being married or boyfriend, girlfriend. I just mean in life in general.
Yeah, general.
In general, in any type of relationship, because like I said before, there's not just being, we take relationship as a whole word and we forget that there's branches that go to that shit.
That's true.
You feel me? So it's like in any relationship, if you feel like you're in a situation where you've dealt with somebody before, whether it be business or intimate, and you feel like, okay, you was real shady before, I don't really know.
Right.
You like don't.
So, but what happens when when you think that person is shady and you give them a chance and then they show that they're really actually shady?
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me.
Copy that.
And after that second time, it's done. I don't hate you. I'm not mad at you. I don't even dislike you. I just understand that when it comes to this particular type of shit, we can't work. Like, we don't function. Period. Like it don't work.
Right.
And you not changing. Like you don't want to do the work to be better because you like doing this shit. You like scamming folks. Like you enjoy this shit. And that's a problem.
True.
So I need to make a decision. You're not changing, or your change doesn't work for me. And that's fine. Make the decision though. And don't let other people make the decision for you.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let people put you in this box and say you aren't who you know you are. If you know that that's who you are and that's who you're going to be, and you understand that and you've accepted that, then let that be what that is.
Right.
Everybody else is, oh, he isn't changing or she isn't changing or he's been this way since this, that, and the third. Fuck out of, listen.
Right, that's true.
Don't none of that shit mean nothing. At the end of the day, if they don't like it, they don't have to fuck with you.
That's true.
And if you don't like it, you ain't got to fuck with them.
That's true.
That's just what that is.
Okay.
So that's why I'm saying, that's why I was trying to explain to you. It's not that I don't think that you're changing or that you've changed. I see the change.
Yeah.
But there are still things that I'm unsure of that I can't speak to because I don't know for certain just yet. Doesn't mean that I won't ever get there. It just simply means that at the moment, I'm not there.
Jones. Nice. Your lips, they nice.
Stop.
My fault, I'm gonna cut that out, but I'm just looking at them.
But yeah, that's it. Just
I get it.
That's all. That's all I was saying to you. You took that and you spun it into your own web of I don't know what, but you know, you always do that. You make something out of nothing. When it's just conversation that I'm trying to get you to understand that you may feel like you're in a certain place, and that's completely fine. You may be all in that place that you're in. You may have fully accepted or fully accept this place that you're in. Doesn't mean that I have to. Doesn't mean that I don't agree to an extent. It just means that we haven't gotten to that point together just yet.
Okay.
I mean, I guess the next question would be how long is too long to keep going until you get to that point. But I mean, that's each his own.
That's another podcast.
Yeah, it's each his own. So that's just how I feel. So like, you know, people changing is not about what other people consider your change to be. It's what you consider your change to be, and if your change is good enough for you.
Right, because your change is for you.
Right.
And nobody else.
Right. And can't nobody tell somebody they haven't changed, and they can't put that narrative out into the world like, oh, yeah, he hasn't changed, or oh, she hasn't changed. But how the fuck do you know?
Right.
You're not with me every day.
Nope.
And even if you with me every single day, bitch, you're not with me every moment.
Right. That's true.
So you still don't know what the fuck you talking about.
And
that's just how I see it.
And I'm gonna just drop a pin so you know exactly where I'm at. So you know I'm changing. I don't know.
Somebody's grandpa. Y'all see what I mean?
A pin?
What did that? I don't understand what that has to do with.
To let you know that I'm changing. That I'm not fucking around no more. So I dropped that. Go ahead, close us out right now. I ain't fucking with you, yo.
Y'all just listen to
Talk That Shit
with the Melvin.
We out this thing.
Bye.
Peace out.
Oh, Lordy B.
Y'all just listen. There we go. Here we go. I'm not cutting this out. I'm leaving this in. Hey.
Bop.
Bop. Bop. Bop. All right.